39th anniversary. It's NBA Finals memories. Got the NBA Finals going on right now with the Knicks and the Spurs. Tomorrow's Game 4. So on behalf of the NBA Finals, I want to take it back to 1987, June 9th, 1987 NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Lakers. This is the game where Magic Johnson made that Junior Skyhook. It marks the 39th anniversary of this game. The Lakers just a better team at that time. The Celtics were on their last legs. They had a lot of injuries. They played a lot of games. They were dealing with the loss of Lynn Myers passing away. But this was it. This is the last. It was Larry Bird's actually last NBA Finals appearance, because in '88 it was the Pistons. They took over and later the Bulls. So the Celtics, this was their final NBA Finals appearance with Bird, McHale, Parrish, that triumphant, along with Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. This was it for them. Their last appearance in the NBA Finals, and then again they were hurt. They were banged up. They were a team that wasn't as deep and talented as the Lakers were. The Lakers just was a better team, so it was that. But this game was like the best game of that series by far. Bird had hit a three-point shot prior to Magic Johnson hit that Junior Skyhook. That's what it's known for, the game-winning Junior Skyhook in the final seconds to give the Lakers a 107-106 win and put the Lakers up 3-1. And it effectively ended the Celtics dynasty, the dynastic run, because that was it. They was on their last legs. They were an old team. And there's a lot of iconic moments. The shot, for example, the Lakers trailed by 1 point, only 7 seconds to go. Magic Johnson caught an inbound pass and drove into the paint. So that was traditional Larry. He goes to the running one-legged hook shot. A signature move he borrowed from teammate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the outstretched arms of Hall of Famers Kevin McHale and Bobby Parrish. But the impact of this shot was that the shot was often called the baby Skyhook or Junior Skyhook. Put Los Angeles ahead for good and gave them a surmountable 3-1 series lead. The Lakers went on to win the championship in Game 6 in the Rivalry. 1987 Finals was the final championship clash between Larry Bird's Celtics and Magic Johnson's Lakers. Magic Skyhook became the defining play that sealed the deal for the Lakers' victory in their Classics 1980s rivalry. Yep, that was the last appearance for Larry Bird. And the Celtics as a franchise would be the last until 2008. So that's how they fell off, And look how many Hall of Famers that was in this 1987 NBA Finals, man. You had the Celtics, you had 5 Hall of Famers: Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Bill Walton. For later, Jack Kareem, Michael Cooper, Magic Johnson, and James Worthy. Actually, had coaches like Casey Jones, Pat Riley, the officials, Garrison, Earl Strong, and Hugh Evans. This was the first NBA championship series also that was conducted in Charlie and Junior, the first one. The last time there was no NBA championship series games again made was in the 1970-71 season. The finals was a 4-game sweep that year on April 30th. Also, it was the first NBA Finals in '87 to be conducted on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday rotation. It was used until 1990 and revived since 2004 NBA Finals, where between the NBA Finals were conducted on a Sunday, Wednesday, Friday rotation. So that's how it was at that time. But the '86-'87 Celtics team, they were dealing with a lot of injuries, man. They were linked. They had they played so many minutes. It took a toll on his health. They were very, very, decimated with injury. It wasn't as deep, with the death of Lynn Bias. It hurt their depth because they could have, had a lot of relief with him. But their bench wasn't as good as it was the year before. So they played so many minutes. And that playing time took its toll on the players' health. As I said, the Lakers, they won 65 games that year. That was Magic Jackson's best team, Magic Johnson's best team they ever played with. Because they won 65 games, he won league MVP as well. So they just had so many options. They were so good. Like a Cooper, Michael Thompson. I mean, they had enough to just deal with the Celtics. Man, they were just so deep. So as we see it, man, I just want to go over on this day in the history of the NBA Finals memories. The Magic Johnson, Junior Skyhook that he made against the Celtics to seal the deal, go 3-1. Because if he would have missed that, the series would have been 2-2. It wasn't anybody's series, but that was a huge shot by Magic coming through in the clutch. Because a few years before that, in '84, he was on Tragic Johnson. He made a lot of mistakes in the clutch. It was uncharacteristic of him because he already had one in 1980, '82. So it was like, what's going on? He was in the finals the previous year. He just came up close when he was the Celtic mystique. Is what got to Magic, but he did not play as well as we accustomed thought he would do in that series. He just was terrible. He's known as Tragic Johnson. That was what he was known for. The '84 finals. Yeah. I mean, Magic didn't play well in that series, man. He just was knocks apart in the clutch moments, driven out the clock, stuff like that. Just not doing what a great player of that kind is supposed to do. And that's the thing about that series. But him making that sky hook kind of made amends for that situation in the Boston Garden and throwing up that sky hook like he did. So I think that's the thing. Yeah, it was known Tragic Johnson for his performance, things that he did that wasn't like him. So like I said, that sky hook that he made in '87, that put that weight. Oh, he's not Tragic Johnson no more. He is a guy that can come through in the clutch and make the plays that need to be made in that crucial situation. So he was able to do that. That big sky hook in '87. That Junior Skyhook, man, that was just a huge play. Put him up 3-1. So that's it, man. I'm done. No else to say. I'm out. Do live feed later on, and that'll be it. Got like 2 more to go, and that'll be it for the day. So until then, talk to you soon.